When y'all walk away from me, y'all will understand who I am.
Monique finally made her Netflix debut with her stand-up comedy special.
My name is Monique.
After years of controversy between the comedian and the streaming service, Monique is now being given the opportunity, like so many others, to showcase her talents on one of the biggest streaming platforms. In her stand-up comedy special, Monique talks about her life growing up, challenges, and the journey of unapologetically standing up for herself. She also dropped a secret with the audience that she vowed to take to her grave. Stay tuned as we've got all the juicy details here on Celebrity Business. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Just to give you some background knowledge, Monique initiated talks with Netflix in 2017 to produce a special for the streaming service. The comedian was being offered $500,000 for her special, while comedians like Dave Chappelle and Amy Schumer were being paid millions of dollars for their specials. That prompted Monique to file a complaint alleging racial and gender discrimination against Netflix. She also called on her supporters to stand with her and boycott Netflix.
I am asking that you stand with me and boycott Netflix for gender bias and color bias. I was offered a $500,000 deal last week to do a comedy special. However, Amy Schumer was offered $11 million, Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle $20 million. And then Netflix said, by the way, we believe Monique is a legend too. Why shouldn't I get what the legends are getting?
The controversy that followed in response to her statements was intense, with individuals from all over the internet offering their perspectives on Monique's call to action. Some thought she was completely right in turning down Netflix's offer. Others sympathized with her but couldn't bring themselves to cancel their subscription. Sadly, several chastised her for going to fight with Netflix. To them, Monique's conduct was the reason she'd been blackballed following her Oscar win for Best Supporting Actress for Precious in 2010. As the conversation about Monique's boycott continued, some of the most outspoken opposition came from Black men in the entertainment industry who questioned her right to demand more from Netflix. Monique acknowledges that the lack of community support stung even more than being low-balled, since it exposed a society lacking in solidarity. In the end, it was the criticism that drove her to push even more. The comedian and Netflix agreed to dismiss the complaint with prejudice, including without limitation any claims stated therein, with each party bearing her or its own costs, expenses, and attorney fees. The terms of the settlement were not made public. Monique has been performing stand-up on smaller stages over the past few years and has been doing great, as her fans have always supported her. The legendary comedian has always followed her own North Star and spoke her mind, even though it cost her the very success she had worked so hard for. After being offered $500,000 to now being given a multi-million-dollar special, Monique deserves all her flowers. She has fought long and hard for what she truly believes and for what she is truly worth, and now it is finally happening for her. My Name is Monique marks Monique's triumphant debut to the big stage.
When I was 13 years old, my grandmother called me in her room. She said, "Nikki, don't you ever put a dick in your mouth. Because if you do, it will explode." I said, "Oh, shit."
The audience at Georgia State University's Rialto Center for the Arts is on their feet before she can even finish her first sentence, with cheering filling the big auditorium. It's the best possible greeting for a comedian, and it's well-deserved. Monique has returned to her rightful place on the main stage. In order to prepare for the show, Monique had to do a lot of hard work. After everything she has been through, Monique knew that this comedy special had to be authentic. The show opens with an honest confession that Monique herself never expected to make public.
You looking at a bitch from special education. I want y'all to see what it looked like.
She was placed in a special education class as a child. But that's not all she was holding on to. Keep watching and give this video a like. Monique had to tap into something personal that would put all we know about her and everything she's gone through into context. Monique says her husband and manager Sydney Hicks' guidance helped lead her in the right direction. She describes her new school environment's culture shock in great detail, peppering what might be a sad subject with enough of her typical colorful vocabulary and exaggerated facial movements to have the audience in laughter. We learn that this unique experience in Monique's upbringing set the tone for the rest of her life, teaching her to be strong, brave, and persistent in the times of adversity.
I come from real nigga boulevard. So when niggas got the swinging, they did not know a bitch was gonna swing back. They did not know a bitch is from the goddamn Congo, nigga. I'ma go gorilla.
She'd need a strong backbone to handle her extremely conservative community while keeping a life-changing secret hidden. Monique opens up about having a conversation with her husband about her desire to be intimate with women.
I want to be with another woman, sexually.
The comic explained saying her spouse was understanding and accepting of her desires.
And he looked at me so beautifully and so patient and so loving and said, bitch, me too.
The comic revealed that she suppressed her emotions in order to avoid being rejected by her family, particularly her grandmother.
Because I couldn't tell my grandmother who her granddaughter really was. Because I didn't want to be loved privately. I adored how she adored me.
She also said that she had an aunt, known as Uncle Tina, who was mistreated by her grandmother due to her sexual orientation. If there's anything that Monique wants people to take away from her special, it's that we all have the right to be our truest, most authentic selves without shame, and that we have the right to fight for that right. It was never easy for Monique to stand her ground, but all of the drama and controversy gave way to this present moment, where she feels more free than she has ever been in her 55 years of life. My Name is Monique is now streaming, only on Netflix. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Catch up on more juicy celebrity business in the next video.